I'm trying to think of all the places where the short charge is required on my Super Metroid route. And I think it is only to get into the wrecked ship. I can't think of anything else. But I might not be remembering at the moment.
You don't even need short charge there if you like take the long way and like use the previous room. That does take some time though.
You're right, it just makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. Since you don't have to deal with the room transition.
And since the short charge trick is not that difficult to learn. What's difficult is actually doing the button
doing it well.
Yeah,
I mean, it's easy to do badly and somewhat like get a somewhat shorter charge, but it's hard to do well for speedrunning strats.
I'm talking about just a standard player using the trick to get into the wrecked ship. The difficult part is not the short charge. The difficult part is the button combination you need to aim your shine spark across the pit.
Oh, is this how to learn the shine spark hour? Because we can do that. Oh, and this is the Chozo from Lower Nerfa that like checks if you're a space jump and then gets rid of a block.
Yeah.
And you can even see the little space jump icon in the top left corner there.
Yeah, I saw it. Yes.
So he got rid of this block down here, and we can pick that up.
Oh.
And that's the last of the 4 artifacts.
That did not seem at all arbitrary. Oh, so I guess you would need Spring Ball here too. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is why Spring Ball is required for the suit upgrade.
If the peoples don't know, you can't bomb jump underwater. You just can't.
I do think that's a shame. If you could bomb jump underwater, even just like one block or something, that would be really, really awesome.
That would be really awesome in standard Metroid too, but no.
Oh, I'm gonna miss it. No. Yes.
That was your one great accomplishment for the day.
Okay, so now we've got.
So what are we gonna do with these artifacts?
They open the final area.
Is that where we're going?
We gotta get the suit first.
Oh.
So this stuff right here damages you. So I'm gonna drop a state.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
This is why evasion is good and useful, folks.
I'm sorry, this room...
Look at that. Look at that.
I am looking at it, but I don't believe it.
That was a really pro set of damage boosts there. I'm very impressed myself.
Oh my god. You said this was a good ROM hack, and I'm looking at it, and no. No. Just no. Why would you ever... Wow.
2 tries, man. 2 tries.
I don't have words for that. That would be outlandish in a bad ROM hack. Never mind.
It's not required.
Good one. What's any indication that the purple bubbles damage you? Like, what's the explanation? Just
they're there. That's what I wanted to do there.
She
So
just
that's
doesn't
what I
like
did.
purple bubbles. Okay. Oh
And
my goodness.
A moment of silence for the pipe bugs.
No, not these guys. The red ones previously.
Oh.
Nobody cared about these ones.
Yeah.
I'm racist against certain kinds of pipe bugs.
Yeah, I don't like the color purple.
Apparently not. What's the name of that Link to the Past ROM hack that is actually somewhat decent?
There aren't any.
Well, I said somewhat decent.
The famous one is like Parallel Worlds or something.
No, maybe that was it. I don't think so, though. I don't remember. Dart Zager was playing it, and he had me comment on one of his episodes, but I don't remember the name of the game. But there was like one room where like the ROM hack was pretty decent, and then they had one room where it was just... Oh, no, I remember what it was. It was a remake of that satellite Zelda game.
Oh.
And then they couldn't do one particular room correctly, so they just made this stupid ROM hack room out of conveyor belts and spikes. It was absolutely ludicrous.
Nice. That's the kind of ingenuity I like from my American inventors.
Exactly. That's what that reminded me of right there. Was just purple bubbles that hurt you. Greenlight that idea. Uh-oh. Oh my god, and there's like blocks everywhere, so you can't just roll across the ground. You have to jump with the crappy underwater physics. At least the walls aren't shooting at you, I guess.
That is a nice consolation. And there are no spikes. There could always be spikes.
That is true. There could always be spikes. That is like the ROM hacker's creed. There could always be spikes. And there usually are.
If you're morphing, he can't actually hit you with his swoop.
Like during your morph animation?
Oh, no, just like if you're on the ground, he misses entirely.
Oh yeah, and I know that.
Yeah.
If you're all the way on the ground, if you're on that middle platform, he can hit you with a swoop.
Correct.
No, but that's... Remember I was talking earlier about how game designers would go back and fix things that people figure out that you're not supposed to be able to do? I don't think you're supposed to be able to dodge his swoop by morphing like that. And like if Retro had made Super Metroid, they would have went back and raised the floor of the room by 1 block so you couldn't. But that's kind of an interesting bit of trivia that most good players know. I would, but it looked like Dragon was about to take care of that.
Yeah, you gotta get in line. Alright.
Yeah, they just made this fight needlessly.
I wasted so many supers there. That was impressive.
It's just like so obnoxious. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Oh. This is what I was talking about. You shouldn't go underwater without the gravity suit. You know what the Zelda equivalent of this is? Is Zelda ROM hacks that make you play the first dungeon without the sword.
I've never actually done that. Like, I've heard the horror stories.
Yeah, a lot of like Zelda classic games make you do it. And it's awful, but
like, why do they do that? I don't get it.
Because getting the sword in Zelda is like a moment. It's like a thing.
I mean, it's right there.
Well, it depends on which Zelda game you're playing. Like, in the original Zelda, yeah, it's right there.
In Link to the Past, it's also right there.
Well, no, in Link to the Past, you actually have to you have to figure out how to get into the castle first.
Okay, so 5 minutes later, it's right there.
And then in Ocarina of Time, like, you have to, like, find the hidden room where the treasure box is. But the thing is, no Zelda game make you go through a trial without your sword. But a lot of ROM hacks do. A lot of Zelda classic levels do. I've done a swordless run of The Legend of Zelda, the original one, but it's very difficult. So what benefits does the Chozo armor give you?
It is both Varia and Gravity.
Oh, okay.
So you don't take damage from heated rooms, which there is a hell run in the late game if you don't get this. And you can also do underwater stuff.
I was gonna say I didn't see any heated rooms, so I guess you just avoided them.
No, they're just not.
There's just not any. Okay, I got it.
You haven't encountered them yet.
That's another thing you're not supposed to do with Super Metroid. There's no time. You don't have to go through any of the heated rooms at the Varia. There's just the only reason they exist is feedback that says, "Hey, go get the Varia, dumbass. What are you doing?" Unless you're one of those crazy people who want to go kill Ridley first.
Those people are fun. They make good videos. It's fun to watch.
Oh, they do. I love watching people do challenge runs like that. I'm just not good enough at the game to pull it off myself.
Right, so we've gotten everything worth getting. Like, I guess I'm missing more items than I thought I would, but I don't feel like getting some of them, so...
So we're off to fight Ridley, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess this is going to be more like high 70s or low 80s% than 90s I was quoting earlier.
Failure!
Yeah, man, that's why you watch this game. So you can see what percent I get. If it's not 100, you can just tune out right now.
Yeah, it's been a long, long time since I've done a 100% run of any Metroid game. Even when I intended to do one a couple years ago and I missed like 4 items. I'm trying to remember if I got 100% when I played Metroid Prime recently. I don't think I did. Because there's so many items in that game that are annoying to get. Like, you have to like go through the entire game world and get all this stuff, and you got to go back through the entire game world and scour it down.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's true in a lot of freeform kind of games. It's not true of Super Metroid because you can pretty much get everything on your all the kind of stuff where you have to scour for. Most of it's in Brinstar, so you just have to make a second pass through Brinstar, and you're good. But Castlevania games are really bad about that.
Okay, let's get some speed here. And the artifacts that I've been picking up are required for this guy. If you have all 4, he lets you into the final area.
He says, is there like some indication that's what he's doing if you come here without any artifacts?
Yeah, he's like, get the artifacts or something. I forget what exactly he says.
Well, at least he says something. At least it's not just a thing. There was a time when video games could get away with being really obscure and arcane like that.
And then the SNES came out,
Exactly.
and that ended.
Once space limitations no longer precluded that kind of gameplay.
When people knew how to translate. That too. Alright, so this is what the map looks like right now.
That is awful. My God.
I mean, you can tell there isn't really that much area for the final... There isn't that much area on the map for the final area, so we're pretty close to the end.
No, and that it looks like the map system would be better with because in Zero Mission you can actually see the doorways and paths and things, and this is just you see walls everywhere.
This room is really cool though.
Walking on solid water again.
You got a parallax scrolling room. That's really awesome.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I obviously did not think it was as awesome as you do.
So this is actually a new addition in the version that I'm playing. And this is what we need the power bombs for.
Are you kidding me? You have to use up all your power bombs to kill these Metroids?
Pretty much.
That is obnoxious. They're not even dangerous. They can't get through the wall at you. What's the point of that except to waste your time?
Well, if you kill them all, then the door to plasma beam opens. So it's actually optional to kill these guys. You can like just go on without them. But
yeah, but it's just a time waster.
Yeah, pretty much. This entire section is really bad with using items.
Listen, everybody who's watching this who wants to
do
make
not
games,
do this at home, like please.
Even if you want to just make ROM hacks, do not waste the player's time. You have to respect the player's time. Oh, he broke through the water.
That was. I hope you noticed that.
Good old solid water. So you're gonna get the plasma beam, or are you skipping it?
I'm gonna get it.
Okay. Thank God, because
it makes the final boss a lot easier, and it's nice to show off.
I'm glad that you're getting it.
And there's one more in this corner over here that's really easy to miss him.
Oh, I see 2 pixels on him hiding out over there.
It's like I was looking for this guy for 5 minutes. The first time I played this. And then there's a hidden power bomb over here. Come on, bomb it. There you go.
Jeez, no, I would have never found that. But that's why the X-ray scope should have been in the game, because you're not going to scan the room from down here, obviously. But if you're standing by that statue and you're scanning around, and you see a power bomb on the floor. That's like, how can I get to that power bomb? And that kind of puts you on a treasure hunt, which is fun.
So yeah, this door opens. If you're not doing that, then you go through this hole up here, which is really easy to miss and really makes you think that having to kill all those Metroids is what you have to do. Oh, and just in case you wanted to see these guys again.
I didn't really, because again, why waste my time?
But these get even better because now supers do not work against them, so you gotta use regular missiles. Which means that, hey look, I don't have enough to kill the next 2, so I've got to farm.
Oh, good.
It's like I'm playing Metroid 1 all over again.
And the thing is, like, the Zepatites make sense in Super Metroid because there's danger when you're fighting them. You're not just sitting there blasting them. You've got to, because you're dodging the little Cheerios and things. But this is just, let's
this
waste
entire
time.
section is, like, it has a really cool atmosphere, but it's honestly pretty obnoxious.